What's going on, guys? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘵, and I truly appreciate you for being here with me. So I'm not going to have a preview. I'm just going to do this really quick and dirty. Today, we're going to talk about the different strategies that I'm going to take as soon as Pulsechain is released. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with my Pulsechain coins that I have, my PulseX coins that I have, and then the Hex coins that I have. Okay. Pretty much the quick and dirty thing is that I'm going to take about 30% of my total bag. I'm going to convert it to Pulsechain. Another 30% of my bag, I'm going to convert it to PulseX. And then 30% of that, I'm going to convert it to liquid loans. So 30 plus 30 plus 30 equals 90. I'm going to use that last 30% for liquid loans token. And then finally, the last 10%, I'm going to use it for Hex. But before I go into details of exactly what I'm going to do with all those coins, let's read some of the comments from my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. All right. So the first comment is from 𝘕𝘰𝘯𝘦. The I'm rich bit is hilarious, man. Sets you apart from the rest of the channel. Subscribed. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate when you guys like my humor. I try to keep it funny, try to keep it light, because if you just have a regular conversation that just talks about the technicalities of cryptocurrency, everyone is going to glaze over. Their eyes are going to fall asleep. They're going to be like, oh, what the hell am I watching this for? Okay, Mike says, I've got my $1,000 sacrificed for PulseX. And well, I have $700 worth sitting there waiting for it to be copied. And drop that towards Hex on launch day. Good idea. I'm actually going to do something very similar to that too. I have a lot of Hex in my wallet right now, in my MetaMask wallet, and I'm going to use that to increase my bags. I'm going to talk about that more in detail in a couple minutes. Tiger242 says, great video. For reasons too many to explain, you will see the 6-month price be closer to that of PulseX, of Pulse. He's talking about the 6-month price and the 6-month price of Pulse and the 6-month price of PulseX are going to be very similar. That's what he's saying. I do like your estimations, though. It is very conservative, which is good. I mean, sure, if that's what you want to believe. I said that my 6-month price estimate was going to be like 64x for PulseX, and it's going to be 300x for Pulsechain. But he thinks it's going to be closer, probably more 64x and 64x on both sides. We shall see what happens. I think I'm better. I think I'm more accurate than him, but I can't predict the future. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Polok890 says, did other exchanges launch with $18 billion of market cap? No. Ethereum launched with $18 million market cap and 78 million coins, not 100 trillion coins for Pulse projects. Both your starting market cap, this is what Tiger242 says, both your starting market cap and supply of coins is off by miles. Get some more information. And then he's a little bit rude to him. I don't want to be rude to him. But yeah, the market cap for PulseX is going to be about $1 billion. And then Richard Heart is also going to add some billions on top of that too. So although market cap is not necessarily known, when you calculate in what Richard Heart does, it's going to make it seem like it's $18 billion. So I see what he's saying. Technically, it's not $18 billion because market cap is just an estimation of what we use. I'm not sure about the Ethereum coins either. I'm pretty sure it's much, much less than that. Both the 18 million and the 78 million coins. All right. And finally, we have Into the Fray that says, the TurboTax meme. I love it. You get it, bro. Subscribe. I like the price predictions. Well thought out. Thank you again. I actually didn't copy it from TurboTax. I actually just came up with it in my head. And then I saw like on the Super Bowl, I was like, oh, wow, this is very similar to the TurboTax commercial. So maybe great minds think alike. I don't know. All right. So let's get to the point. So what I'm going to do is I have like tons and tons of coins. I sacrificed for PulseX and Pulsechain, and I have some Hex coins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my Pulsechain probably, and I'm going to then also take all my PulseX, to be very honest, and I'm going to convert them all to I'll probably convert them to Pulsechain. Okay. So I'm going to take I sacrificed for some PulseX and I sacrificed for some Pulsechain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my PulseX and convert it to Pulsechain immediately because I believe that Pulsechain is going to have a way higher valuation at the beginning than PulseX. Pulsechain will have a way higher valuation than PulseX at the beginning. It may change in a couple of months, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is then, when I have that huge collection of Pulsechain coins, I'm going to take 30% of it and I'm going to buy Pulsechain. Okay, I'm going to then use that Pulsechain, put that Pulsechain into the liquid loans protocol. And the good thing about the liquid loans protocol is that it automatically earns you liquid loans token and USDL, which is the liquid loans version of stablecoin. Not only that, it also earns you more Pulsechain, and it also earns you more USDL in a separate section. So if you want to know more details about that, click my video right there where I talk about the liquid loans in detail. Okay. Then I will also take 30% of that huge bag of Pulsechain that I was talking about, and I'll convert it back to PulseX. So maybe I won't have to convert the PulseX to Pulsechain and then back from Pulsechain to PulseX. But just for simplicity purposes, I take 30% of my bag, turn it to a Pulsechain, put that Pulsechain into the liquid loan protocol and constantly earn money from that. I then take the next 30% and I make it PulseX. I'm going to put that PulseX into the single-sided liquidity pool. Okay, so when this happens, I put the 30% of my total bag into the single-sided liquidity pool and I earn incentive token. Okay, so I'm going to use all that incentive token and I'm just going to make my bags bigger. I will then take the next 30% and I'll convert it all to liquid loans. When I convert it to liquid loans, I can use that liquid loans to then earn me USDL. I can use that USDL to then buy more Pulsechain, buy more PulseX. I can even use it to do the 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘵 strategy. Look at the video up here. I can use it to do the 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘵 strategy and earn some stocks and earn some dividends from the traditional stock market. And finally, with the last 10% of that big bag, I'm going to use it to buy HEX. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 10% and I'm going to divide it into 15-year sections. So I'm going to take that 10% and I'm going to divide it into 15. That means for the next 15 years, I'm going to do a laddered stake, right? So what this means is as soon as I convert that 10% into HEX, I'm going to divide it into 15 parts, and then I'm going to immediately do a stake for 1 year. Then I'm going to do a stake for 2 years. Then I'm going to do a stake for 3 years, on and on and on until I get to 15 years. Okay. So as soon as I get that 10% bag, I'm going to make 15 stakes, and each one of them is a year longer than the other. The good thing about HEX is that it has a average APR of about 40%. So that's absolutely amazing. The regular stock market has about APR, a return of about 10% to 12% if you're very, very lucky. Years like this year, we're actually down like maybe 12%. So, but on average, it has a return of about 10%. When I put it into HEX, especially with the long-term bonus multiplier, it is definitely going to have a return on the investment of 40% a year. Not just 40%, 40% a year. So it's going to increase dramatically. And then after year one, I'm able to get, 1/15 of my total investment back. After year two, I'm able to get another 1/15 of my total investment back, on and on and on until those 15 years are over. This is a great strategy because I get to earn dividends and returns from Pulsechain. What I said at the beginning, I can earn dividends from PulseX, which I also talk about. I can earn dividends and returns from liquid loans, and I can earn dividends and returns from HEX coin for the next 15 years. Those first three that I mentioned will happen, more immediately, maybe in the next year or two, but the HEX is going to be 15 years. So that means I'm going to constantly get money over and over and over. And I strongly advise you to follow the same strategy that I'm doing. And I'm telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.